On the 13th of May, the Yu family approached Hearth and Horizon with a proposal that we build a house for them near the iconic northern Queensland beach. We were given several limitations, first being restricted with a maximum interior living space of only 100 meters squared, followed by being required to adhere to the local, state, and national building regulations, and finally mandating the incorporation of an open-plan living space between the dining, kitchen, and living rooms. The Yu family is comprised of a husband and wife, Adam and Pam Yu, as well as their son Joshua. Joshua is a Year 9 student at Townsville Grammar School who enjoys swimming and also requires a spacious study area. Pam is a stay-at-home mom who desires a spacious kitchen where she can prepare delicious Chinese cuisine for her family. As an avid gardener, she requires both indoor space and outdoor room for a garden. Adam also travels frequently for his work and loves to spend quality time with his family. After we finished empathizing with our clients, we began the define phase. As soon as we selected a location for the dwelling, we immediately commenced research into the climate, existing beach houses, open plan living, universal design, ergonomics, and sustainable material choices. Our chosen location has a relatively large amount of sunlight hours year-round, as well as a high maximum temperature and a low minimum temperature. The seasons vary greatly, with the summers being hot and humid with substantial amounts of precipitation, while the winters are dry and cool with much lower rates of rain. Research into ergonomics influenced the incorporation of the kitchen triangle, as well as a toe kick to prevent bad posture while cooking. Research into universal design principles also impacted our decision in including ramps for access onto the deck, which led to easy accessibility for all people. The creation of interior and exterior house design mood boards also helped us visualize the client's desires when it came to home layout, style, and whether or not they required a pool. Research into sustainable material choices determined the materials used in the construction of the house, with all materials being evaluated for sustainability and effectiveness in relation to our client's demands. An example of this was our decision to use rammed earth as our wall material, as it was a sustainable material and was not as energy intensive to install as other materials considered, for example concrete, which, although would be extremely durable if installed properly, was more energy intensive and not sustainable due to carbon emissions during production. After recognizing the client's requirements and conducting essential research based on them, we began to ideate.
We were allocated 4 phases of design development which were progressively detailed until we achieved our final model. To begin with, phase 1 consisted of each team member creating 4 unique designs that were mainly made up of living space bubbles, allowing us to divergently think, complete, and evaluate this stage fairly quickly with 16 designs. We also self-marked based on the scale of effort and impact as well as the written rubric, with the team aiming to achieve a high impact with a low effort. Phase 2 consisted of each team member choosing one design, the best from phase 1, to draw further in detail on grid paper, which was then evaluated again on a marking rubric that we constructed according to our client's needs and wants. This acted as a starting of the convergent thinking process. Phase 3 involved group members creating a preliminary floor plan design on grid paper, including fixtures, which was marked on a newly created rubric that scaled needs and wants to see which design was best suited for our client. Through this process, we determined that this design was the best suited to our client, as it maximized sunlight for both bedrooms, gave both bedrooms a beach view, placed wardrobes and bathrooms practically based on client's use, and also prioritized an open-plan living space between the living, kitchen, and dining rooms. For phase 4, a dimension drawing was completed with some minor changes to the model, with fixtures and dimensions included.
As soon as this was completed, several CAD models of the kitchen and bathroom were created, as well as a preliminary model of the entire house, which would be further developed during the testing stage. Following the creation of this model, we immediately began testing through virtual reality. This influenced various changes in our model, with notes being taken during this phase to aid in the creation of an ideal dwelling for a client. This testing empowered us to change sections of our model countless times, including the bathroom and deck to optimize climate comfort. The sunlight feature also allowed us to visualize sunlight in rooms at different times of day, which allowed us to change window size and location to better suit climate conditions.
After we decided on a final model, we prepared 4 separate drawings: the site plan, floor plan, elevations, and planimetric, to illustrate the designed residence. And thus, after months of hard work, we end with this detailed CAD model of our dwelling.